Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Alright, this video kept getting pushed back for almost 2 weeks now, but finally I have time to cover Marvel Comics October solicitations, which reiterate my point from yesterday's July comic sales analysis. Marvel is in a great position to dominate the market through October. Marvel is led by the best-selling ongoing series in the industry, Amazing Spider-Man and Immortal Hulk. Donny Cates Absolute Carnage event is going full throttle through October. But there is no doubt October 2019 is special because it's truly the dawn of X. Jonathan Hickman's final issues of House of X and Powers of 10 released early in the month. So far, Hickman's X-Men reboot has the entire comic book industry buzzing over his new spin on the franchise. The revelation that Moira MacTaggert is a mutant with the power of reincarnation has opened up a world of possibilities moving forward. October should see Hickman's direction clearly in focus as the first 3 of 6 new X-Men ongoing titles begin releasing. Hickman's X-Men, Gerry Duggan's Marauders, and Tini Howard's Excalibur debut with 40-page, $5 issues. Excalibur features Betsy Braddock as a newly minted Captain Brittain alongside Rogue, Gambit, Rictor, Jubilee, and Apocalypse. I don't see the team moving forward as constructed very long. Apocalypse has to turn on them in short order. He has to, right? Duggan's Marauders has the weakest premise of the new 6 X-Men titles in my opinion. Kitty Pryde leading a team of mutant pirates sailing the world to protect mutants from oppression is as meh as it gets for me. But the main event is most definitely Hickman's flagship X-Men series. The cover features a who's who of the Summers Gray family vine alongside Wolverine. Most of Marvel's covers nowadays are extremely uninspired, and unfortunately, that's the case here. But the good news for Marvel is, this series is extremely anticipated due to Hickman himself as he captains the new dawn of X-Men. I'll be shocked if X-Men isn't the best-selling ongoing series in the industry for an extended period starting with issue 1. I will review all 6 debut issues right here on the channel, but at this point, I don't really have plans to continue on with Excalibur or Marauders. Of course, that's subject to change depending on the quality of the books. Marvel Comics is known for many things in today's market, none more so than their passion for pumping out #1 issues. October weighs in with the ready 21 issue #1 scheduled for publication, many of which I'm going to cover in other sections of the video. I'm looking forward to the new Doctor Doom ongoing series. In my opinion, he's one of the top 5 villains in the history of fiction. Marvel's recent hire Alyssa Wong debuts 3 #1 issues, and wouldn't you know it, they're all Asian female superheroes. At some point, CB Cebulski and Marvel need to get checked for casting writers based on surface traits and gender. If Alyssa Wong is a Marvel-ready writer, why isn't she allowed to write anything but Asian superheroes? It honestly comes off as borderline racist. A PSA before I move on. All of the #1 issues in this vid are $5 unless otherwise stated. Marvel Comics continues leaning on Spider-Man in October. Marvel's vast array of Spider-Men front 13 new comics. Amazing Spider-Man emerges the highest-selling ongoing title in the industry as DC Comics' Batman continues shedding readers. Amazing Spider-Man 31 is an Absolute Carnage tie-in, but that won't help ASM hold its top spot. It will be interesting to see if Spidey can hold off a strong challenge from Immortal Hulk before handing the baton over to X-Men in October. Issue 2 of J.J. Abrams' and son, Henry Abrams' Spider-Man also releases. The miniseries caused a bit of controversy after CB Cebulski hyped the announcement heavily before learning nepotism was not in fact in vogue among Marvel customers. The series introduces new villain Cadaverous trying to take down everyone's favorite webhead. Marvel is launching their 6-part Miles Morales Spideyverse with a fan-friendly $4 cover price and 8-part connecting variant cover from Arthur Adams. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 13 guest stars the Fantastic Four. Superior Spider-Man 12 promises to change his character permanently. Spider-Man Velocity #3 also features an amazing Mark Bagley variant cover. Now let's talk about a few Spidey-adjacent titles. It appears Marvel may have another certified hit on their hands with Black Cat. The drop from issue 1 to 2 isn't nearly as dramatic as usual. We should have a better feel for Black Cat's staying power when Marvel drops issue 5. DC looks pretty stupid debuting their much better version of a similar character, Catwoman, following the Batman 50 bait and switch. This is a tough call, but I don't see the series staying above 60,000 orders, let alone the 80,000 plus copies it moved in July. It's a good book, but it's not that good and doesn't feature an A-list creator. Leah Williams launches her Mary Jane series nobody wanted. I am, however, very interested in the Red Goblin, Red Death one-shot featuring Patrick Gleason and Rob Fee. Marvel's been releasing a series of one-shots celebrating their 80th anniversary. October's slate includes 2 such titles. Marvel Tales Ghost Rider is an anthology collecting 3 classic Ghost Rider issues, Roger Stern's Ghost Rider 68, Len Wein's Marvel Team Up 15, and Michael Fleischer's What If 28. Marvel Tales will run you $8. Bizarre Adventures returns with stories featuring Shang-Chi, Ulysses Bloodstone, and Dracula. Up next are Marvel event books, Absolute Carnage and Contagion. Donny Cates Absolute Carnage number 3 releases alongside 5 associated miniseries and tie-in issues to Venom and Amazing Spider-Man. As I suspected, most of the Absolute Carnage minis feature Marvel's surplus of bottom-tier writing talent, including soliding Ahmed on Miles Morales. However, Al Ewing is writing the Immortal Hulk miniseries, so I'll definitely be checking that one out. All 5 issues of Ed Brisson's Contagion event series released in October. I'm a pretty big supporter of Ed Brisson, but this condensed release schedule makes me think Marvel knows they have a stinker on their hands and want retailers to order the entire event sight unseen. My Spidey sense is definitely tingling for Contagion. Marvel has an interesting slate of specials scheduled for release, including Fantastic Four Grand Design, which I personally consider can't miss. Amazing Spider-Man Full Circle is a 100-page, maybe anthology, featuring Jonathan Hickman, Gerry Duggan, Al Ewing, and Chip Zdarsky, who I believe is the best Spidey author at Marvel. Full Circle's cover price is $10. Marvel is also tapping into their horror roots with Marvel Zombies Respawn. It's a zombie book, so this will likely be a huge hit. Cartoonist kayfabe co-host Tom Scioli launches his version of Grand Design for the first family of Marvel Comics. Fantastic Four is one of my favorite Marvel titles, which is a bit depressing given the state of the current series. Fantastic Four Grand Design has a high bar to clear after fellow cartoonist kayfabe co-host Ed Piskor's X-Men Grand Design. If Marvel wants me to drop a sixer for a comic book, it better feel special. Fantastic Four Grand Design fits the bill for me. One book that doesn't fit the bill is Immortal Hulk 25. Marvel treating issue 25s as milestones and charging premium cover prices is beyond pathetic, which is why I personally dropped the series. October is X-Men month for True Believer reprints. Marvel is releasing 10 vintage X-Men comics, including X-Men 96 featuring the first appearance of Moira MacTaggert, Captain Brittain number 8 featuring the first appearance of Betsy Braddock, and X-Men 17 and X-Men 17 featuring the first appearance of Quanon. All these books have taken on new meaning due to Hickman's new X-Men status quo. Marvel is also publishing facsimile editions of Amazing Fantasy 15 and Incredible Hulk number 1. All 12 classic reprints are on my to-do list. Now let's talk about 4 Marvel issues I'm extremely excited for. Ghost Rider is relaunching under Ed Brisson. I am a bit disappointed this won't include Robbie Reyes, but I've always liked the character, and Brisson is a good writer. Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy isn't getting near the love it deserves, in my opinion. Issue 10 continues the current Church of Truth story, and the cover indicates the issue may spell doom for one Rocket Raccoon, who only just returned to the book. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil has cooled off a bit since artist Marco Cicchetto was replaced for the second story arc. The current artist is actually kind of embarrassing in comparison. Thankfully, Cicchetto is returning on issue 10. Daredevil number 11 is as must-read as it gets. Conan has been struggling after an excellent launch with Jason Aaron and Gerry Duggan. Aaron's flagship Conan series is very stagnant now, and Duggan and artist Ron Garney exited Savage Sword after issue 5. The replacement creative team have been terrible. Thankfully, things are looking up for everyone's favorite Cimmerian warrior. Roy Thomas and Alan Davis take the reins on Savage Sword of Conan number 10. This is probably the Marvel comic I'm most excited for in October, even over Hickman's X-Men. Before I wrap this up, let's point and laugh at the worst of Marvel's October covers. Marvel delivers dozens of uninspired covers every month. To make the top 3 worst covers is a special achievement. Erica Henderson's Unbeatable Squirrel Girl 49 cover and the Loki 4 cover from an artist whose name I choose not to butcher are really bad. But nothing can compete with Chris Anka's Runaways 26 cover art. Whoever approves this cover concept deserves a good slapping. Thinking Critical YouTube officially crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark. To celebrate, I'm hosting a 1K subscriber spectacular this Saturday. Alterna Comics publisher Peter Simeti, color artist and editor Brett R. Smith, artist and marketing expert Timothy Lim, self-published author and YouTube star David Stewart, and journalist, writer, and comic industry critic Doug Ernst are joining the all-star panel to help me celebrate a huge personal achievement. Join us for a fantastic conversation about comic books, publishing, pop culture, and wherever else the conversation takes us. Fellow YouTuber and comic book retailer Perch will join me as special co-host. I'm celebrating the achievement with the comics aficionados the next day for another all-star panel. I hope you join us for both streaming events right here on Thinking Critical YouTube. Marvel looks to keep up their momentum through October 2019. Jonathan Hickman's Dawn of X finally arrives. The new X-Men books, along with Donny Cates' Absolute Carnage event, Amazing-Spiderman, Immortal Hulk, and Black Cat, should keep Marvel well ahead of rival DC Comics in terms of market share. The books I'm most interested in are X-Men #1, Doctor Doom #1, Absolute Carnage #3, Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk #1, Fantastic Four Grand Design #1, Ghost Rider #1, Guardians of the Galaxy #10, Daredevil #11, and Savage Sword of Conan #10. Damn, that's a lot of #1 issues. I better start saving my money now. Thank you so much for joining me for Marvel Comics October Solicitations. I hope you all join me for tomorrow's Powers of 10 #2 review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.